In any sport, it can be easy to lose touch with your roots, and monster truck racing is no different. Once a spectacle of sideshows at fairside tractor pulls across the country, these mobile monuments to ingenuity graduated to form their own ranks. From the green fields and the dairy lands, to the big city, to the palaces of motorsports, the monster truck race has become not a sideshow, but an expectation. And if one is looking to get back to the roots of monster truck racing, there's no better way than a day at the fair. Because this caravan of carnies is about to succumb to a monster invasion. Sweltering temperatures under threatening skies have not dampened the atmosphere here in the Old Dominion. It's time for a monster invasion. Vaters Motorsports Monster Invasion at the Fredericksburg Ag Motorsports Park in Fredericksburg, Virginia. Show number 2 in this marathon weekend, the Sunday show. You know, Friday night was a rather disappointing night for this team of high flyers, albeit a spectacular one. The stands were packed as Matt, Cody, and Black Stallion took the overall victory, winning racing, then knocking out a short but sweet freestyle run on this track. The story in competition last time out, though, was Seasock, the second-generation rookie, pilots higher education for the weekend, and it seemed he just couldn't get the truck to go along with him. First problems with the magneto and soon steering issues would leave Seasock severely disappointed with his night 1 performance. Highlights from our Friday night wheelie competition: vying for 6 potential wins over the weekend, wheelies, racing, and freestyle over 2 shows. Seasock with the electrical problems. Number 2 out, Matt, Cody, and Black Stallion, one of the 2 Black Stallions, set the bar high. 2 vertical hits, first on the back set and then on the front. Michael Vaters Sr, team owner, tried to one-up Cody with solid hits, but was unable to muster the kind of really needed to pull off the victory. It was Mikey Vaters II and Overkill Evolution pulling the first win of the weekend, with one of his hits going nearly past vertical. Mikey got the job done there, but steering problems would later catch up to him after the successful start. As you can see from our leaderboard, Matt Cody would overtake Vaters for the weekend lead, but the score is yet to be settled. Get ready to head to live action. Seasock set to make up for that night 1 performance. That's one he'd probably like to forget about. Malfunctioning magneto, as we said, and then steering problems. He'd set the line up for his first hit. The engine sounds solid here. Solid first hit. Friday saw the truck with a failing magneto, and then Seasock would sling the steering belts off. Not so here today as he lines up for the second hit, and again the truck sounds like it's firing on all 8 cylinders. Malfunctioning magneto can interfere with ignition timing, and what that can do is it can allow small amounts of fuel to come up with the cylinders and be met with no spark. That sounds like it's back and strong. Seasock, who was a bit uncertain of himself at the beginning of today, is to feel good about that. Solid start to this wheelie competition here on a hot, muggy Sunday evening. As we take a look at the car, he's actually knocked the last car out of the stack. It appears he cased the jump when he landed on the last car, and yeah, right there you can see the center of the cradle landed on the roof of that car and dragged it out of the stack. They slide it back in. Here's Matt Cody out of Williamsport, lining up his first hit. Nice and vertical there. Cody has the weekend lead with 2 first-place grabs on Friday night, but he was outdone in wheelies that night. They'd like to sweep tonight. Cody, the 2015 Arena Wheelie of the Year award winner. Quite a start to his young career, crewing for one of the best-known teams in the business. He moved on to drive fill-ins for Jimmy Creighton, as well as driving multiple names for Vaters Motorsports. Second hit. Solid hit on the front set. 2 good hits. Should keep him in the lead for the moment. We'll have to see as this competition develops. You can see this is how you want your sky wheelies, where he gets the wheelie bar planted right into cars and slaps the front end down. The second hit, not quite as vertical, but he carries a lot of air, a lot of speed in the front end. He's very high. Michael Vaters Sr. now on the SafetyKleen Black Stallion, not one to sit back and line up, just goes for it. Into the outfield here at the Fredericksburg Ag Motorsports Park, part of the Fredericksburg Agricultural Fair. End out July, going into August. And again, doesn't line it up, just drives right for it. And a walking wheelie on the back set. May not be the set he needs to win, but shows the power of Black Stallion and the control he's got in the seat. Beautiful set of wheel stands by Vaters Sr. Take another look at it. And this one was executed perfectly. He landed and drove away with it. That was father, here comes son, Mikey Jr., and he sets up and he just nails the cars. Not much left to pick on here. Stacks are beaten up. He heads around for his second hit. And again, just blasts over the set. I'm not sure that's going to help his win total this weekend in a wheelie competition. But it does come down to crowd approval, so you may be better off going for spectacle than technicality. Cody with the big wheel stand, but Mikey with the spectacle. Second look at this big hit. You can see a lot of air over the back set. Second hit over the front set. Again, a lot of hang time. And got the crowd on its feet. We'll wait for the leaderboard. And that'll do it. And Mikey will actually take the weekend lead thus far with those 2 wheelie wins, night 1 and 2, and a 3rd place in racing on night 1. Matt Cody's going to have to play catch-up to get that lead back. It's not over yet, though. Round 1, Monster Truck Racing Chicago style, is coming up next. Stay tuned as JR Seasock heads over to get back on the bus. Back in Fredericksburg, Virginia, getting set for Chicago-style racing on the green lawn. The sun's peeking through the storm clouds looming overhead. It's about 93 degrees and the humidity's hovering around 75%. That is to say, it's hot. There's the racing bracket, higher education, and a rejuvenated JR Seasock gets set to battle Matt Cody and Black Stallion. Mike Vaters II takes on his father in this Overkill Evolution versus the SafetyKleen Black Stallion. Of course, the 2 first-round losers will run the consolation round. So will be awarded 3rd place, and then it's on to the finals. Highlights from night number 1. The weekend draw placed Matt Cody and Black Stallion up against higher education in round 1. Cody easily dispatched the ailing school bus with some impressive hang time. JR Seasock and higher education will move on to the consolation round to face Overkill Evolution, who spun due to steering issues while facing off with the SafetyKleen Black Stallion. Third place honors belong to Vaters II at the end of the night after this battle between the sons of superstars. JR Seasock not able to make it happen against Overkill Evolution. But in the final, Black Stallion was picked versus Black Stallion. Mike Vaters Sr. would get the jump, but Matt Cody played catch-up to make it even on the second set. Around the final turn, advantage Cody, who would take the night 1 race victory to set himself up with the weekend lead. Back to live action, round number 1. There you see JR Seasock making his way out of the pits. The truck running beautifully today. There you see Matt Cody in the Black Stallion out of Williamsport, Maryland. Seasock, the son of John Seasock, started things off in sudden impact, so JR's grown up around the sport. The jump goes to Matt Cody. He'll lead into the first turn, and a beautiful first turn at that. And he has the lead. Seasock sends it on the back set of cars. That could hurt him in going into the final turn. Matt Cody will have this one wrapped as he crosses the finish line, and JR has shut down again. Not sure if that's the same problem he had 2 days ago. Seemed to be electrical though, as the truck just shut off. Whatever the problem, Seasock has to be disappointed with more problems after a great start. Seems like he just has a black cloud hanging over him this weekend as the forklift comes out to pull him off. You know, you have to wonder, is it malfunction in the radio kill system or magneto problems again? As you can see, it just shut down on him, hung him on the last jump. Mikey Vaters out in Overkill Evolution as round one continues. He's facing off with his father once again, Mike Vaters Sr. in the SafetyKleen Black Stallion. Black Stallion with the jump. Overkill Evolution just sits there. He's really going to have to pedal now to make up that deficit. Vaters, the second flies through the first turn, and he's now into the lead. Black Stallion now having to push to keep up the lead, and he spins in the corner. The rear steering just never self-centered, and Mikey Vaters, if he can finish, and he will with a high-flying leap, will make it to the finals to try to pick up the overall weekend victory. Watch him on the starting line. You see the puff right there. It looks like he may have tried to take off in neutral. Was it brain fade or a mechanical problem? Either way, it picked up the victory, so the final round is set. And you see the leap he made across the finish line. No consolation round today due to problems with the higher education machine. Mike Vaters, the second, however, now goes for the weekend championship. If Vaters takes this win, he takes the overall for the weekend, and he has a chance to sweep the Sunday show. If Cody wins, it will come down to Freestyle to determine the weekend winner. Final round of a good old-fashioned match race. Stay yourself as close as you can for the cone and watch for the green flag to drop. Vaters will snag the racing victory on this night and the weekend overall. Matt Cody spun in the other corner. The challenge now, try to sweep the Sunday show. There he is, your racing champion here on Sunday night. Mikey Vaters the second in Overkill Evolution. We're going to watch this one again. Off the start, and he got off the line clean this time. Pretty dead even to the cars. Coming into the first turn, Matt Cody spun out, ended up on top of the van stack. Mike Vaters the second goes on to pick up the win, and another huge leap across the finish line. Up next, Monster Truck Freestyle. Don't go away. Back in Fredericksburg, Virginia for Vaters Motorsports Monster Invasion. We're going to get ready for Monster Truck Freestyle. The storm clouds have moved in directly overhead. No worries, though, because of the heat. Umbrellas are aplenty in the grandstand. Going to take a look back at Friday night freestyle highlights. Seasock picked things off, but again, with the electrical problems he was having that night, he had timing issues. The truck wouldn't quite run along with him, but he made it work. Black Stallion, the SafetyKleen Black Stallion, Mike Vaters Sr. came out next and turned things up. I'm going to sit back and let you watch this one. After a solid run from Mike Vaters Sr., it was Matt Cody who came out to try to outdo the boss. And with that freestyle run right there, Matt Cody would clinch the Friday night overall winning racing and freestyle. He would carry that lead into today's show, the Sunday night show, but he would be taken out by this man right here, Mikey Vaters II in Overkill Evolution, who on Friday night experienced steering problems that would end his run early. He hopes to come back tonight and regain that lost honor. If he can, he will have swept the Sunday show. He's already won the weekend overall. I'm going to start things off now with Mike Vaters Sr. out of Hagerstown, Maryland, driving his SafetyKleen Black Stallion. Big launch over the van stack. 35 years in the sport and still running strong. He hit that car and it just exploded. Mike's got to set the run that everyone else is going to have to try to beat.
Monster truck freestyle action. 90 seconds.
Now, Mike Vaters Sr. started with maybe one of the most elaborate interiors in monster trucks. The first Black Stallion had a velour interior complete with 2 sunroofs and sported a full 10-speaker 2-amp system. This truck, on the other hand, a full tube chassis surrounding a 572 Ford Performance Roush Yates engine. So for you stock car guys, this truck is loaded.
Finals competitor Michael Vaters and the Black Stallion.
Back over the van stack with some big air. And it looks like he's about to wrap it up. Solid run for Mike Vaters Sr. in the SafetyKleen Black Stallion. That should set the bar very high, and that's the run that Matt Cody is going to have to try to get past next. Take a look back, and you can see these huge launches he got off the van stack. That was the first one. Then he hit this car right here, and it just came apart, shrapnel everywhere. There was another, there was a sky wheelie on the outer van stack. And look at this, JR Seasock has gotten higher education back out and running. They were working on that truck between racing and freestyle, and he's going to lay it down right here. You know he's going to try to put down a good run after all the disappointment he had, and he clears that van stack beautifully. Seasock keeping up a lot of momentum. JR, the son of John Seasock, who piloted Sudden Impact, T-Max, Batman, too many to name. JR now out here in this loving tribute to the Formula 1 third scale wheel standard designed and piloted by the late great Ken Nelson, called the Cool Bus. He now, JR Seasock now pilots higher education. Another big launch over the cars. And the truck is shut down again. He's got to be happy that he got out there and ran in front of the fans, but I'll tell you, with the disappointment he has suffered here this weekend, Seasock has to be about ready to tow that truck back to the pits with his teeth. Huge launch over the van stack, and this was the last launch in the run, and you can see the truck shut off right there. Has to be happy he got some time in on that run, though, and it was a solid run. Now out comes Matt Cody out of Williamsport, Maryland. He won last night's freestyle with a solid effort. He's going to have to go bigger tonight, though. The bar's already been raised by the first 2 vehicles. Get some nice big air right there. He needs to put up a run that can hold back Mikey Vaters II and Overkill Evolution, because when Mikey comes out, he's making up for the Friday night show, and he's trying to sweep this event. So he has a little bit to lose if he doesn't pick this freestyle win. And Matt's had probably the most consistent running truck all weekend, save for the spin in the racing finals tonight. He's done pretty well. This truck, as well as the bus, running one of those big AMC Ford Performance engines. Matt Cody putting it to work. Nice wheel stand over the outer van stack, into the outfield and around the bus. Nice launch back in with a lot of momentum. And he'll combo it up right there and a little bit of a sideways landing. Brings it over in front of the main grandstand and cuts into a donut. Matt Cody with a beautiful donut on that run.
Matt Cody in the Black Stallion.
Cody popping out to wave to the crowd. That run right there should be enough to push Mikey Vaters to the limit. Look at these. You look at the replay here. He had a nice wheel stand again over that outer van stack. And he had this huge jump over the inner van stack that he then lined up with the Ford Focus on the end of the track that is getting no love tonight. And then finished it up with this beautiful donut. He will now be followed by Mikey Vaters II in Overkill Evolution. We're going to see if Mikey can sweep tonight's show. This truck handled beautifully. A lot of thought went into this chassis from owner Marty Garza out of McAllen, Texas. Mikey blasted onto the scene as one of the top young talents in this sport. Some huge air there, and he combos. And I think he may have just outdone the same combo that Matt Cody did a little bit earlier. Mikey may have just done it better. Has to check up right there. He got into that obstacle a little sideways. Did not want to roll it early. Very wisely backed on the throttle. A lot of interesting geometry in this machine. The Marty is not keen to fill the public in on just yet, but the best weapon he's got in his arsenal has to be Vaters. Going move to move with seemingly unstoppable momentum, and another huge jump into the outfield. Another truck running one of those massive Roush H4 performance engines. Also coil over shots, 26 inches of travel. We may mention the SafetyKleen Black Stallion a little earlier. You saw running the BKT tires. Mikey running the Eco Work tires, affectionately referred to as Ukraine tires. And again, some huge air. Just a little change in tire manufacturer can bring a whole new level of consistency to a driver. Mikey likes these tires. It's really driver preference if you can afford a few different sets. Now going trunk to nose on the cars, and he'll spin it. Well, he's going to slide it to a stop in front of the main grandstands. A beautiful run for Mikey Vaters II, and the fans are on their feet right now. Mikey did what he had to do, and I'm pretty sure that's going to take over the #1 spot. Look at this huge air off the van stack. He then moved right into a combo, kept the momentum up, and this wild sideways launch. Sideways launches over the cars, moves back to back. This run never let up. He's got to be happy with that after this weekend. And again, trunk to hood on that jump, spins it to a stop in front of the main grandstand. There you get a look at that Ford Focus we were talking about. Absolutely destroyed. Mikey Vaters has done it. Wheelie competition, 2 wins, night 1 and 2. A racing win tonight. A freestyle win puts him at 4 total. That'll put him in first place. Matt Cody in second, and Mike Vaters Sr. in third for the weekend total. See some of the destruction these trucks have wrought. And there's your champion. Mikey Vaters II piloted Overkill Evolution to a weekend overall victory. And as they clean up the track here, that'll wrap it up for us at Monster Power. We want to thank Vaters Motorsports for their hospitality. We'll see you next time.